All right, time for Dilemma of the Day. Today's dilemma says, Rico and Mambo, my boyfriend and I just celebrated our 21st birthday. We were born 2 days apart, and about a month ago, we had a party at our house. Between both of us, we'd invited close to 50 friends and family, and in the end, about 150 people showed up.
Damn.
So amongst the 150 or so people, there was a super hot guy who was a friend of a friend type of thing. Well, I got so drunk that the guy and me started kissing. Then we went to his car and had sex. Why'd you go to his car? You were at your house. Now, guess what? You got it. I'm pregnant. And don't know if it's my boyfriend's or the other guy's kid. I've asked about him, and turns out he's from back east. I don't know how to get a hold of him, and I don't know what to tell anyone about my situation. I'm so stressed out, don't know what to do. I normally don't get drunk, but the one time I get sloppy drunk, I get pregnant. I know that my boyfriend will be happy if I tell him that I'm pregnant, but what if it's not his? What do I do? Comes from no more parties for me.
You think?
Sure.
Wow. I like how she's using the being drunk as an excuse.
Yeah.
Which is not an excuse, by the way. All right, I think no matter how drunk you are, unless you've completely blacked out, you know that you're having sex with someone. I mean,
I think she disrespected the dude. I mean, if they live, she says they live together, right?
Yeah,
At their house.
Yeah.
And he had to have been there somewhere.
What does she want to hear? Like, oh, you got respect. You didn't take him to your room? Like, what?
She was too classy. She went to the car. I have no idea how you bring this up to. I mean, where do you go from here if you're this girl?
I think you need to come clean.
Yeah.
Especially if you lead your man to believe that it's not his. And I know people who've been through situations like this where the dude is so happy and then it turns out the kid is not his, and it just like, you know, it's not only heartbreaking for the dude, but it's sad, like, you know, like amongst the friends and family.
Right.
So I think she's just trying not to look bad with everyone, so she ain't gonna say nothing. But the thing to do is to come clean with the guy.
You know, with all due respect, apparently according to the dilemma, she hasn't told anyone. Thank you very much for coming to us first. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, what are your thoughts on today's twisted dilemma? Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com. Hit up our Facebook also, right? Just like our page, Rico and Mambo. You can post your comment there, or the studio line, 877-440-1047. What's going on? It is the Rico and Mambo morning show inside a dilemma of the day. And just remember that we never, ever give advice inside the Rico and Mambo morning show. We just have our say as far as like maybe what you should do, what we would do if we were in that situation. All right, we want to hear from you. Please email us your say, Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com. And right now, let's hit up the studio line, all right? 877-440-1047. Hello.
Hello, good morning. I have some advice. Well, my two options would be either get an abortion, don't even mention it, or come clean to the guy and tell him the truth, because eventually, like you said, he's probably going to find out in the end, and like you said, it's heartbreaking.
Now, you said abortion. Isn't that kind of selfish?
It's selfish, but I mean, if she doesn't know who the daddy is and she don't want to go through all that drama, I mean, it's too late for the morning after pill. It's been, a month ago already.
Yeah.
Man, you know all the tricks. What's going on with that?
And you don't want to know, right? I had a really bad weekend. So.
Oh, no.
I'm just hoping a month from now I'm not in the same kind of situation, you know.
This happened to you too this past weekend?
No, it's not too, because I'm single. Technically, I'm single, you know. It's just, man, I got more drama than this chick right now.
Man.
Honestly.
You know what? Like in the Victor Ortiz fight, you need to protect yourself at all times, all right?
But see, you don't even know the situation. Like, I would tell you guys, but you'll put it on air, and I ain't trying to put all my business out there like that.
Well, you know what? We want to hear about it, so we're hoping to get an email, Rico and Mambo at Q1047.com, okay?
Okay, I will do that then.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks for checking in.
All right, bye-bye.
Wow.
Facebook is blowing up right now, you guys.
Is it all bad or what?
Well, Sarah says, You can't blame your immature actions on drinking. You chose to get that drunk. You chose to cheat. You chose to kiss him. You chose to have unprotected sex. So now you have to live with the consequences. Hectic Party Bus is the name of this Facebook, says, just tell your boyfriend the good news. He'll be so happy and proud that you're pregnant. The last thing he'll want is a blood test. And if he does mention it, just get mad and cry about it and accuse him of not trusting you.
Oh,
I got a few cousins living this lie right now.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Man, you shouldn't have read that one, man.
That's
now there's
horrible.
gonna be a lot of questions tonight when people go home.
You've given somebody an idea to do something
Oh,
bad.
that is just wrong. Why'd you read that one?
Because it was funny.
Oh, ha 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 ha!
It was, I'm sorry. It was,
All right, Rico. Now you're overdoing it, dude.
Horrible, Margot.
you want me to read a couple more emails just to?
You know what? Before you read them, if that makes any sense.
All right. I got one here. Okay. Be upfront. Let your boyfriend know that you were a hoodie for a night and got pregnant, and it might or might not be his. You're gonna look bad regardless, but that's just.
That is bad, man. The caller we got about her talking about abortion like nothing, it really amazes me. Like if you're gonna be doing adult things, then be ready to deal with adult situations.
Right.
Like don't just.
Adult consequences.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I got pregnant. Oh, abortion. Like maybe that's just my beliefs and how I feel about it. But, everyone's different. So I don't know, man. I just think like before you smash, you got to think about the consequences.
All right, keep those comments coming up on our Facebook page. Rico and Mambo like it. And you can post up whatever in the hell it is that you want to say about today's dilemma coming from No More Parties. For me, and coming up next, we got our final say. Dilemma of the day inside the Rico and Mambo morning show. Today, we're trying to help out no more parties for me.
All right.
This is a part of the day whenever we do dilemma that no matter what problems you have, they're pretty much out the door because somebody else has got stuff like this going on. Now, we're going to check our email in just a minute here, also our Facebook page. But right now, we need to take one more call. 877-440-1047. Hello.
Hey, I have a quick question, bro. If the dude was from out of town, how did they go to his car? I mean, did he drive here from back east? Or, that's kind of... Yeah, he got caught in the lie.
You know what? It may have been either his friend's car, it may have been a rental car. I mean, we don't know whose car it was.
The boyfriend's car, probably, dog.
Yeah. He needs to stop being a sucia.
Yeah, you know what? That's what I was going to say. Bottom line, she's a sucia.
Yeah.
Órale pues, loco. Thanks for the call.
All right, gracias.
All right. I just think this girl, man, first of all, it's her birthday
Right.
and her man's birthday. So instead of giving her present to her man, she gives it to this other random dude.
Somebody else.
And then she ends up with a prize pack. And now what? Like,
this has bad written all over it. I mean,
like what Margot said earlier about just blaming, or not blaming him, but, making him think it's his. I think that's wrong.
Yeah,
absolutely.
No,
Any
I
woman
didn't say that. That wasn't my.
No. You just you read something, and I just think like any female that would do that, it's just wrong. Like, why would you lead?
But there are some people who do that.
Oh, I know there's people like that, but just I couldn't believe that she read something like that.
Sorry. I got other ones here though that aren't as wrong. Okay.
All right.
This one from Anonymous says, I can't believe that you cheated on your man on his birthday. My advice is to tell him over the phone so that he doesn't kill you. And then Candace checked in on Instagram and she said, you really don't deserve your boyfriend. It's sad that you did this when you're supposed to be celebrating, your birthdays together. Tell him probably you're going to be a single mom.
Right.
Just accept that.
Now, what if the boyfriend is the dad in the end and he knows that she slept with this other guy? Do you think that he'd still want to be a part of it?
Oh, that's cool then, dog.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just wondering.
Bottom line is not cool what she did.
I'm just wondering what he would do.
I mean, maybe if he's a forgiving kind of person, maybe he would try to work it out. But I personally think chances are, even if it's his kid, he'll probably stick around to be a dad.
Every birthday would be a reminder of that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And the kid too. I mean, even when you see the kid, you're still going to be reminded of that.
Final say, Rico.
My final say is I think you need to woman up and just let him know what you've done, and let him know that the kid may not be his, that it could be somebody else's, and you need as soon as you can find out, I guess, get a DNA test and find out if it is your boyfriend's or this random from the East Coast who you're going to have to get a hold of and let him know, or maybe you won't. I don't know. So good luck with that. Margo, your final say.
There's like a million sayings, like you reap what you sow. You made your bed, now lay in it. Like, I think that's just the case here, unfortunately. Being drunk is no excuse. If you could walk out to the car to go sleep with him, then you knew what you were doing, in my opinion. So I just think in this case, you got to be honest and just deal with whatever comes your way.
I wonder if they share the car, the boyfriend and... Because if he's from the East Coast, it had to be her car, or...
I hope they cracked the windows.
Man.
If this dude...
I wonder if the car had rims, and if they're going to sell it now. I'll buy the rims.
Oh my
Mambo,
God.
your final say, please.
Man, I don't know what to say to this girl. Like, you messed up. Like, how can you fix that? I mean, now you got to figure out if you're going to be down with the East Coast or the West Coast. Are you down with Pac or Biggie?
The things you have to worry about.
That's what you got to worry about right there, man.
Hey,
I mean, you know what? But seriously, I mean, my wife and I, like, finally we're at a point in our life where we could finally plan out a kid and we can't have one. And it's sad to hear situations where people say, like, they use abortion as an option.
Right.
If you don't want this kid, like, hit me up. I'll adopt the kid. I'll be the dad.
Are you serious?
Yeah, but I'm not going to give child support. I mean, me and my lady or adopted and, and raise this child. But, I just think it's sad, for parents who can't have kids or women who have a hard time having kids. And, here you are, you just have one and you're going to use abortion as an option.
As an option, exactly.
That's my final say.
If you got a dilemma, you can always get it to us, just like No More Parties for Me did. And hopefully we'll try to help you
and
out
this
too.
baby would definitely be from the West Coast if I took over payments.
Have yourselves a great day. Shut up.